Somewhere right now, a person is lying awake at 2 a.m., mentally rehearsing a conversation they haven't had yet, dreading a morning that hasn't arrived, and stressing about a job that will still be there whether they sleep or not. That person is you. That person is basically everyone alive in the modern world. And the most unsettling part? The humans we evolved from, the ones living in caves, hunting with sticks, and wearing animal skin, were sleeping better, working less, and probably laughing more than we are right now. So what exactly were ancient people doing all day before jobs existed? And how does it compare to the organized chaos we've built and somehow agreed to call normal life? Let's start with the most obvious thing: food. Before DoorDash and grocery stores, getting food was basically a part-time job that nobody hired you for, but you had no choice but to do. Hunter-gatherers spent a good chunk of their day either hunting animals or foraging for berries, roots, nuts, and whatever else the earth was generous enough to offer. And here's the wild part. Researchers who have studied modern hunter-gatherer societies estimate that ancient people only spent about 3 to 5 hours a day on actual survival tasks. 3 to 5 hours! You spend more time than that in back-to-back meetings that could have been emails. Ancient humans were, by modern standards, basically working part-time and spending the rest of the day doing whatever they wanted. We invented 9-to-5 culture and called it progress. So what did they do with all that free time? They talked a lot. Anthropologists believe that early humans were extremely social creatures, and a massive portion of their day was spent in conversation, sharing information, telling stories, gossiping about who in the tribe was acting suspicious lately. Yes, gossip is ancient. It predates civilization. Your coworker who can't stop talking about other people's business? Evolutionary trait. Science said so. Early humans also used storytelling as a way to pass down knowledge: how to hunt, which plants would kill you, why you should never trust that particular river. These weren't just campfire tales, they were survival manuals delivered with drama and flair. Then there was grooming, and no, not the skincare routine kind, although ancient people did have their own version of that too, which we'll get to. Social grooming, the act of picking through each other's hair for bugs and parasites, was a huge bonding activity. Primates still do it. Early humans did it. It sounds disgusting, but it was essentially the ancient equivalent of sitting with your best friend and just existing together. It released oxytocin, reduced stress, and built trust within the group. Honestly, some of us could use more of that right now. When they weren't grooming, eating, or gossiping, ancient people were making things: tools, weapons, clothing, jewelry. There was constant craft happening. Flint knapping, which is the art of chipping stone into sharp tools, required serious skill and concentration. This wasn't slapping rocks together randomly. There was technique, patience, and genuine craftsmanship involved. People also made cave paintings, and this is the part that gets me every time. Not because anyone told them to, not because it would get likes or go viral, but because they felt the urge to create and express something. Tens of thousands of years ago, a human being stood in a dark cave with a primitive torch and painted horses and handprints on a wall simply because they wanted to. Art existed before agriculture. Creativity is not a modern luxury. It is one of the oldest human impulses we have. Children were watched, taught, and played with. Elders were listened to and respected. They held the memory of the group, the knowledge accumulated over decades that could mean the difference between life and death. There were rituals, music made from bones and wood and skin stretched over hollow objects, dances that were not just entertainment but ceremony. Ancient people laughed, argued, fell in love, mourned their dead, and wondered about the stars with the same intensity of feeling that we do today, just without the Wi-Fi to distract them from it. And sleep. Oh, they took sleep seriously. Studies of modern hunter-gatherer tribes suggest that ancient people slept in 2 distinct phases, waking for an hour or two in the middle of the night to talk, reflect, or even have a quiet moment alone. The concept of lying in bed unable to sleep and calling it insomnia, that might actually be your body trying to return to its natural ancient rhythm. You're not broken, you're just prehistoric. The real punchline in all of this is that we spent thousands of years building civilization, technology, and economic systems, and somehow ended up with less free time than the people living in caves. Ancient humans rested when they were tired, ate when they were hungry, created when they felt inspired, and connected with each other without an agenda. We look back at them and call them primitive, but maybe, just maybe, they had figured out something about living that we've been slowly unlearning ever since.